You're listening to the JB Sports Radio Show live, April 10th, 2019. It's the ESPN voice guy, and I'm going to blow my brains out because I'm out of a job. JB doesn't pay me. And now, here's your host of the JB Sports Radio Show, JB. Everybody, day 2, we're in the books. It is April 19th, it is April 10th, 2019. You're listening to the JB Sports Radio Show live here on this Wednesday, very cool, brisk Wednesday morning. I would love to come on here and say that I'm in a good mood, but why would I lie? Because I'm not in a good mood. Could have a little bit to do with the fact that the Red Sox yesterday, on the day of their ring ceremony, their first home game, after 11 games of the first 11 games of the season on the road, yesterday being the home opener, they passed out championship rings. No big deal, right? Dominant World Series win, 108 win team. What happens? They get smacked around by the Blue Jays, 7-5. Had a chance to win it in the bottom of the 9th. Choked. I would love to come on here and tell you guys that I'm in a good mood. But I'm not going to lie. I would never do that to you people. I would never lie to you about whether or not I'm in a bad mood or a good mood. Because the fact of the matter is, I'm in a bad mood. Listen, I'm not going to rant again because I ranted yesterday on the Red Sox for at least 10 minutes. Savagely ranted on them. I don't have a clue what's wrong with this team. I don't have a clue. And after yesterday, I couldn't even get mad. Because why would I even expect the Red Sox to put up a fight? Why? What have they done to convince me that was a possibility? They can't do anything. They're 3-9. So why, JB, I ask you this, why did you even think yesterday that there was a possibility? I don't know. I don't know. I don't have an answer for you. Why did you think that it was possible that the Red Sox were going to win on their home opener on the same day they had their championship rings passed out? I don't know, man. I really don't know. The 3-9, I don't know why I would have thought that. You're right. There's a reason you shouldn't have thought that. Because the Red Sox stink. They stink on ice. Not to mention losing to a division rival. Every person in your division is a division rival. The Yankees are it's like Bloods and Crips when it comes to Red Sox Yankees. But if you're in the division, you're a rival. Plain and simple. And losing to the Blue Jays yesterday really hurt. We are now 6 games under 5. I know. Listen, I don't want to even hear it. I don't want to hear people go, there's 162 games this season, JP. Long way to go. Long way to go. It's okay, man. I have higher standards than you do, sir. Okay? 162 games in a season? I can't say that that's not true because I know that is true. But I have high standards. When you won the World Series the year before, you can't come out and look like you play for the Make-A-Wish Foundation. You just can't. I don't know what's going on with Chris Sale. Don't know. Talked about it yesterday extensively. I'm not going to talk about it again. I don't know. I wish I could come on here and tell you guys that the Red Sox destroyed the Blue Jays in their home opener and as the defending champs. Didn't happen. 150,000% did not happen. As you can see here, Red Sox hanging up the banner, 2019 championship banner. There they are. Look at them. Hands folded behind their backs. You know. Innocent, right? No. Their heads are low. Their hands are behind their back because they know they're playing like garbage right now. They don't have anything to be proud of right now. I mean, yeah, of course. They're proud. They brought a championship to Boston. That is something to be proud of. I don't want to come on here and sound like a spoiled fan. Because I cherish every moment, every win, every win I cherish. All you had to do was follow my Twitter account last year. I lived and died on every pitch. And if we won, I cherished it like it was a playoff win. And when we won the World Series, I partied for 2 weeks straight. I called into a Boston radio station, got on the air, and they thought I was a crazy person because I was going wild. 9 a.m., drinking. 9 p.m., sauced. Okay? I cherish moments like these. But when you come out the next year, like this year, and play like the Red Sox have been through their first 12 games, you cannot sit there and be like, well, we won the World Series last year, we're okay. You can use that when you're doing some shit talk with your friends. People come up to me like, dude, Red Sox, huh? How about it? 3-8. 3-8. I'm like, yeah, well, you know, they played a lot more baseball than you guys did last year because we won the World Series. You know, we didn't have as much time in the offseason. But the fact of the matter is, those people are right. I don't know what's wrong with the Red Sox. And every day, until I see the team come back that I know are capable of, I'm going to bitch about them every single day. I tweeted to the Red Sox last night, whenever you guys decide to play baseball, I'll watch. I will not watch them until they figure out how to throw a baseball and strike people out. It has nothing to do with scoring. Nothing. We're hitting, we're scoring, we're okay. All right? But for some reason, we have this inability to keep runners from not going to home plate. I don't know. Don't know. Anyways, I want to shift gears to the big story of the day. Don't worry, folks. We are going to cover the NHL playoffs. Got a lot of games tonight. 5 games, I believe. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yes, 5 games. Always right. 5 games. We're going to talk about the NHL playoffs. We're going to preview each game tonight. I will give you my predictions per the usual. I gave yesterday's predictions as far as the series goes, not each individual game that starts today. So we will kick off and do some NHL playoff predictions. Shout out to all of those of you who reached out and said thank you for talking about hockey. I'm a man of the people. You're welcome. I want to shout out everybody in the chat who is listening live. What's going on? Shout out JR in the chat. Shout out 27 Freddie Mitch. In the chat he says, so do you think it's LeBron's fault Magic Johnson stepped down? And to the people that actually think that LeBron James came to L.A. To play Lakers basketball and get another thing coming. I'm going to talk about that because that is the main story here this morning. I do have a clip to play, and it is of Magic Johnson, the former president of basketball operations for the Los Angeles Lakers, abruptly stepping down yesterday. It is a roaring, flaming, out-of-control, atomic-level dumpster fire right now for the Los Angeles Lakers organization. It's a wild one over there. Absolutely wild. So I want to shift gears. I want to talk about probably the saddest organization in professional sports right now, the Los Angeles Lakers. Look at that poor sack of shit, Magic Johnson. Now, I don't hate Magic Johnson. I just hate the team he decided to represent. Okay? Yeah, I know Magic Johnson, big Lakers legend, whatever. I respect the player. I don't respect the organization. I just don't. And now that LeBron James goes there, who is literal cancer to any team, I don't want to hear it. Oh, he won 2 titles in Miami. Pretty good cancer. Brought a title to Cleveland. Pretty good cancer. He didn't bring a title to Cleveland. Kyrie Irving was the true star in winning that championship. He was the guy that hit the three-pointer to give the Cavs that lead in Game 7 in the closing seconds of that game. It was Kyrie. LeBron James is a choke artist. We all know he is. The only reason he won in Miami is because he rode the coattails of Chris Bosh and Dwayne Wade. Facts. Absolute facts. You could sit here and argue with me all day. That's fine. I'm all for a good argument. Okay? I will argue all day. This LeBron James go talk, it's all a bunch of bullshit. Don't give me this greatest of all time bullshit. I will argue it down every time with nothing but numbers. Every single solitary time. The true greatest of all time in the NBA is Reggie Miller. Just kidding. Michael Jordan. There's no question. I don't even understand the debate. I've written many blogs on this. I have spoken to the point of nausea or nauseum. That's what happens when you try to use expressions you don't even know. That was an example right there. I've spoken to the point of feeling sick to my stomach because I'm tired of hearing myself saying it. About LeBron James and the Michael Jordan comparison. Remember that at the age LeBron James is right now, at this very moment, LeBron James couldn't even will his team to 40 wins. Michael Jordan was in the midst of the second Chicago Bulls dynasty. The second. He was on the verge of winning his 5th NBA championship. 5th NBA title. Okay? You want to do the comparisons? Fine. I can do them too. But that's not here. That's not what we're here to discuss this morning. I mean, it does link a little bit to LeBron James that he is cancer to an organization. I mean, look at this team. I mean, I knew from the get-go. I'm not going to get on here and brag about the fact that I did indeed, like the Oracle that I am, at the Oracle JB on Twitter, by the way, I did predict. That's not even the right word. I didn't predict anything. I literally told the future. I had it with such confidence. I knew that the Lakers wouldn't win more than 40 games. They didn't even win 40. I knew that they wouldn't make the playoffs. They didn't even come close. I called both of those. I know what I'm talking about. LeBron James is not the GOAT. LeBron James is cancer to whoever he plays for. I feel very sorry for his son if LeBron James literally wants to play, at least with his son, for one season in the NBA. I feel sorry for his son. What LeBron James has done by naming his son LeBron James Jr., that's enough right there to just send somebody into an absolute career of the style of Lonzo Ball. LeBron is literally LeVar Balling his own son. He's doing the same thing. He will be a hypocritical jackass if he sits there and bashes what LeVar Ball has done to his son Lonzo and also his other criminal sons, like, what was it, LaMelo or whatever the kid was over in China, got caught stealing stuff. LeBron James is doing the same thing with his son. We had to step away for a second there. Don't know why. Got to give some shout-outs in the chat. What up, A1D? What up? Jacob, what's up with Jacob in the chat? He says, JB, don't sleep. That's because there's no sleeping in the sports game, bro. Shout-out Freddie Mitchell. Already gave you a shout-out. Who else we got here? I think we're pretty much caught up. So, we are back. I believe we're back. I'm assuming we're back. Are we back? This is why live streaming sucks. Let me get this figured out here real quick. I'm trying, people. I'm trying not to lose my track of thought either. For those of you listening to the replay, this has to be brutal. But again, LeBron James means nothing good for an organization. Look what has happened in one season. One season playing for the Los Angeles Lakers. They have no president. Is this really still not working? Man, this live streaming stuff not off to a great start. Okay, we're back. Welcome back. Is this really still not working? I think maybe it was working for me. I don't know. One season. The fact of the matter is, I apologize. I'm trying my best here, people. One season to make sure that this show is as solid as I possibly can. I don't know why it's playing back in my head. I apologize. In one season, LeBron James has literally crumbled the second most iconic team in the NBA. And probably in the top 5 most iconic sports organizations in all of sports. Thank you, Wandy and Freddie Mitchell, telling me the stream's back on. I appreciate it. I want you to think about that for a second. That it only took LeBron James not even a full season to literally rip down the Los Angeles Lakers until they crumbled. Absolutely crumbled. Yesterday, Magic Johnson announcing that he is officially stepping down as the president of basketball operations.
So today, I'm going to step down as the president. And I think I don't want to hurt. Such an amazing relationship. And I think that she gave me full power to do what I wanted to do. But I think that with her and I want to always preserve our relationship and love her. And then I think that I had more fun when I was able to be the big brother and ambassador to everybody. You know, I thought about Dwayne Wade retiring tomorrow, and I can't even tweet it out or can't be there. Serena Williams called me a week ago and said, will you mentor me and be on my advisory board? And I said, yeah, I'm going to do that. You know, and so when Ben Simmons called and we went through the proper channels and they made me look like the bad guy out of that situation, but I didn't do anything wrong, but do everything right. I was thinking about all those times, all guys who want me to mentor them or be a part of their lives, and I can't even do that. I had more fun on the other side than on this side, because now, tomorrow I would have to affect somebody's livelihood in their life. And I thought about that. I said, that's not fun for me. That's not who I am. And then I don't want to put her in the middle of us. You know, even though she said, hey, you do what you want to do, I know she has great love for him and great love for me, you know.
LeBron James is a piece of shit. Absolute piece of shit. I mean, you can hear it in Magic Johnson's voice right there. He knows his number was up. There was no way they were going to keep LeBron James and Magic Johnson. Magic Johnson can come on here and say that he only stepped down because he didn't want to have that pressure of having to fire Luke Bryan and all the coaching staff. He doesn't want that on his consciousness. I'm sorry, but to be successful as a president in basketball operations, you have to be willing to make the big calls. You have to be willing to carry a set of balls big enough to make decisions that is going to further better an organization. Plain and simple. You have to be able to do that. And if Magic Johnson is so obsessed with the fact that he just wants everybody to be happy, he wants to be everybody's best friend, that's not how this works. Anybody who's a boss for anything, whether it's a boss at a fucking McDonald's or it's a boss, the president of a basketball operations of one of the most storied franchises in sports history, it does not matter. As a manager, it is your job to make the decisions that whether they're good or bad, as far as it affects a person, you have to be willing to make those decisions regardless if you hurt somebody's feelings. I'm sorry Magic Johnson thinks that, being the president of basketball operations is all picking lilies and, throwing bouquets of roses at people and having a good time. That's really worked out, bud. You being everybody's best friend couldn't even get you to 40-plus wins. Oh, but at least you got him LeBron James. Didn't get shit. You got a guy who's had a career, and now you got him here, and you suspect that, oh, well, we got LeBron James. That should help put asses in the seats, right? Wrong! Absolutely wrong. I just cannot wait. I want you to clip this right now. The Lakers will not win a championship next year. They will not win one in 2021, 2022, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 30, and beyond. This franchise is toast. Absolute toast. Where do you go from here? Oh, LeBron's going to bring in his buddies Chris Paul. He's going to bring in his buddy, whoever. What is he going to bring Carmelo Anthony out of the dark, shadowy depths of hell he's living in right now because the NBA has really acknowledged that he's a dog shit basketball player? Is that what he's going to do? That's going to win them a championship? Trust me, if you want to win a title, get rid of LeBron James. And Magic Johnson stepping down isn't even a bad thing. I honestly believe he was strong-armed out of the organization. And if that's not true, it's still a lose-lose. If Magic Johnson is such a gutless pussy that he has to step down because he doesn't want to hurt people's feelings and hurt relationship with friends, then why did you sign the dotted line to be the president of basketball operations? Because he's a gutless prick is what he is. 100% gutless. I'm telling you, people, this is just one of the most wildest things. I really hate to see this when it comes to the Los Angeles Lakers. Woo, you really hate to see it, don't you? Not so much. Not so much. Because it's the Los Angeles Lakers. Their fans, for the most part, are scumbags. For the most part. They've been having this coming for a long, long time. They will not catch up to the Boston Celtics. They will not. People can sit here and be like, oh, JB, you're full of shit. You don't know what you're talking about. You really think the Lakers are done winning championships? For a long time, my friends. Long time. They are not set up for drafting any type of franchise player. You got that generational player in Zion Williamson, and he's going somewhere. I don't know where. Could be Phoenix, could be New York. I don't know. But I know where he's not going, and that's L.A. They are not set up for any draft picks in the near future. They are stuck with the shell of a guy's former self, whatever that means. I fucked that up. I'll own that one. All right? You are stuck with a person who is not as good as what he used to be. He was never the greatest of all time. That was all self-proclaimed by LeBron James. And stupid people. Stupid. Absolute buffoons. Shout out Freddie Mitchell. He says, I believe it was Rich Paul and LeBron that had something to do with Magic. I don't, you're probably right. Shout out Kevin Carter. What up? Joining us here this morning on this beautiful, cold, not cold, brisk, slightly chilly April 10th, 2019 here on this Wednesday. I could sit here and just destroy the Los Angeles Lakers, their organization, or I should say their lack of leadership. And they have LeBron James. I mean, people who actually thought this team. I mean, people who are paid to do this. I do this for free and I'm smarter than these douchebags. They had him win. Seth, who used to be the co-host on the JB radio show. He said they were going to win 50 games. The Lakers. I called him crazy. You go back to the comments section on those videos, everybody was calling me crazy. Everybody. I'll take the apologies now. I'll open up my personal Skype line if you want to call in. It's Hitman Fart on Skype. You heard that correctly. Hitman, as in hit and man. Hitman Fart, as in disgusting bubbly poop coming out of my anal cavities. Fart. All one word. Hitman Fart. Call in. What do you think about the Lakers organization and the crumbling to the ground? You can also call in and let me know about your hockey predictions for tonight. I'll extend the olive branch phone call for those of you out there. And I've got to take a drink. I am going to take a very short 30-second commercial break that has no commercials, just a 30-second break. Don't go away. We'll be right back. We're going to talk a little bit more on the Lakers, and then we're going to move over to the NHL playoffs. I'll be right back. We're back. I told you it was going to be short, and it was. If you're just joining the show, Magic Johnson stepping down last night, president of basketball operations. I mean, it was definitely out of left field. The season's not even over. I mean, the Lakers season has been over for a while. I think, at least I knew that. Not a lot of people did. Some people started jumping on the train about halfway through the season. I was like, JB, I think you're right, man. This team stinks. Yeah, no kidding. LeBron James, Rajon Rondo, JaVale McGee. Whoa! Slow down. That's got championship roster written all over it, friends. All over it. Kevin Carter in the chat says, I'm a little gutted Dwayne Wade won't see this last remaining career extended to the playoffs with Miami. Yeah. Listen, Dwayne Wade he was a generational talent. I'd much rather see Dwayne Wade go out there and play in the playoffs than LeBron James, but guess what? We're not going to see either one of them. LeBron James is a pussy. He decided to sit the rest of the season out when they realized that they weren't going to do anything in the offseason. Classic LeBron. Robbing LA fans who pay for season tickets to go out there and see the self-proclaimed greatest of all time. Way to go, LeBron. You really care about those fans. I wasn't kidding when I said I had to get a drink. I really, really needed to get a drink. By the way, I ate a honey bun. Oh, it is really, really not agreeing with me right now. Ooh, man, that is some nasty shit. Was there something wrong with that icing? It was one of those iced honey buns. Just tasted like shit, man. Ugh, God. Blah. But I got some interesting stuff to go over here today. I do want to move away from this Lakers thing because, again, as I mentioned before, there is something we can absolutely discuss. That is something we can discuss until we go blue in the face. Wow, that doesn't look good, does it? I tried to get that to line out right. Let's try this again. Oh, there we go. That doesn't look too bad. Doesn't look too bad. At least we can see Rach. But I do want to shift gears. We have a lot to talk about with the NHL playoffs. A lot to talk about. We're going to preview all 5 games here this morning. We're at the halfway mark here for the show. Day 2 of the JB Sports Radio Show live. Hope you guys have been enjoying the show. I do want to give huge shout-outs to everybody in the chat who was listening here this morning. And a big shout-out to all of you who listened to the replay yesterday. Thank you very, very much. Also available on iTunes, which I have to urge all of you to please go and do. Subscribe right now. Search JB Sports Radio in iTunes. It's the first that comes up. Bam. Leave a 5-star review and just hit the subscribe button, man. You'll get all of these replays automatically downloaded to the device of your choice. And, of course, you can follow us on Twitter at JB Sports Radio and the hub of all things JB Sports Radio at jbsportsradio.com. This show is brought to you by Seat Giant, the official sponsor of JB Sports Radio. If you're looking for NBA playoff tickets, if you need to get last-minute NHL playoff tickets, please don't use anybody except the #1 provider in sports tickets in the world over at SeatGiant.com. And when you're at checkout, after you've got your nice, luscious, great seats for whatever playoff game you're going to or regular season baseball game, whatever you're going to. Hell, if you're going to a concert, whatever it is, when you got those tickets, before you go and press place order, make sure use the promo code JB Radio. That's JB Radio at checkout. And you're going to get an additional 3% off that price, my friends, here in the U.S. And, of course, you cucks over in Canada. That's right, I said Canada. Very ongoing joke here. Granted, it's only the second show here. That's really for the pick and roll fans. All you cucks up in Canada, listen up. We feel bad for you Canadians, all right? You don't have it as good as us. You're not as smart as us. This is a Canadian sponsor, by the way. Fuck them. Not the sponsor. You know what I mean. For you Canadians, we're going to give you 5% off. You got to use the promo code JBRadio at checkout, though. So remember, when you go to SeatGiant.com or .ca in Canada, always got to be different. Whatever you do, before you buy your tickets, use promo code JBRadio. Get 3% off in the U.S., 5% off in Canada. That's SeatGiant.com, the official sponsor of the JB Sports Radio show. Let's get back into the action here. So I came across this yesterday, and I'd have to look up the poll again for the results. I want to switch gears drastically away from sports, and I want to talk about this here. So there was a poll put out. I believe it was by, I want to say, Entertainment Weekly. Quick shout out right now on Twitter. Sometimes I'll say a couple tweets on the air. Why not? Might as well, right? Call it spontaneous. Freddie Mitchell Jr. on Twitter says, at JB Sports Radio, I'm one of Joe's longtime listeners. I'm in your chat this morning. If you're going to cover NFL this year, let me know. I'll let you know, because I am. Of course, I'm going to be covering NFL. I covered it all last season on JB's Pick and Roll, and most of that is moving over. JB's Pick and Roll is on a hiatus right now. I'm trying to figure out exactly what to do with that, because now that we have the JB Sports Radio show, it's kind of... Anyways, long story short, yes, I will be covering the NFL. Now, let me see if I can find that book. I believe I bookmarked the tweet. Not on that one, unless I don't know what account I did it from. I got 2 accounts, and I don't see it. So let me try to at least find it, though, okay? Because it was a very interesting poll that was put up, and it was in regards to TV shows. Here it is. I found it. How about that? So this was a poll put up by E! News last night. As you can see on the screen, the 4 shows from left to right, we have Friends, Grey's Anatomy, Gilmore Girls, and The Office. Now, you can't see much of those there on the bottom because of my wonderful logo. Wonderful. This, to me, was about as open and shut case as possible. Now, it's obviously open for discussion, and I would love to hear your guys' thoughts in the chat on this. But last night, E! News tweeted out a poll. What is your favorite show? Or it says, let's do this. You're trapped on an island and can only watch one of these TV shows. Choose wisely. Now, I don't know choosing wisely is the proper way to word this. I think it should have been use common sense is what I would say. So if you're trapped on an island, out of these 4 shows, you can only watch one. Now, there's probably some of you out there that all of you think these 4 shows are gay. Some of this may not surprise most of you, but it may surprise a few of you. My obvious choice right out of the gate is Friends. It's just the best. It's my favorite sitcom of all time. I'm a diehard Friends fan. I actually am such a diehard Friends fan that I used to play the PlayStation 2 Friends trivia game. That's right. Size me up for a brawl and a set of panties and a fresh box of Tampax. Listen to this. Oh my. Oh my goodness. Whoo, we call that the hat trick, my friends. Shout out hockey fans. Yowzer. Oh my God, that. Oh, holy shit. What is that smell? Oh my. That's the worst. Oh my God. Whew, that's in the Hall of Fame there. Wow. Holy balls. That's a Hall of Faming fart right there. Wow. Oh, okay. Whew, it's making my fucking eyes water. Oh, my nose is running. What is happening right now? Oh, if you think that's bad, though, I want you guys to take a listen to this. This was yesterday. Listen to this. That was me shitting, by the way. One more time. Yeah, it was a tough day yesterday. I just remembered that Joe did a bit on that on his Patreon. I would play it, but I don't know if he'd want me to play his Patreon content on here. So back again. That fart, I can't even explain how bad that smells. I mean, it is, dude. It's still in here. Oh, that is truly awful. One of the worst smelling farts in my life, and I can't put a finger on what that smell is. Whew, boy. All right, so let's get back at it here. If you're just joining us, we're going over these 4 shows. The question was, if you're trapped on an island, hope to God you don't fart and it smell like that, because that would just, you jump off. It'd be like Tom Hanks in Castaway. You just hang yourself off the cliff, but actually succeed. So as tweeted out by Entertainment News, you can only watch one of these if you're stranded on an island. The winner out of all this, and I thought actually kind of with flying colors, it was The Office at 39%. In second place, Friends at 29%. I can't even. I'm sorry. I love The Office. I really, really do. I kind of need to have a drink right now. I am really fucked up. What is wrong with my bowels? All right. Daddy's back. I love The Office. I love the characters on The Office. I love them a lot. I've seen every episode, probably twice all the way through. But when it comes to me, it's got to be Friends. I love every character on there. Every one of them. And I've said this on my live streams before. For you Friends fanatics out there, as far as ranking from 1 through 6, including the girls and the guys, it goes Chandler, Ross, Joey, Rachel, smoking hot, by the way, and Monica, then Phoebe. Phoebe stinks. I'm not a Phoebe fan. But Courtney Cox, Jennifer Aniston, total smoke shows. And then I love Chandler and Ross. They really are funny. Now, so is Joey. Don't get me wrong. Everybody is funny on that show. That's the thing. Like, there's no, like, one downer on the show for me. And I know some people think like that with The Office, but with me, man, it's Friends. I know Awandy, if he's still listening right now, big Friends guy, big friend of mine. We both are big Friends fanatics. We love it. Also, if you're not, people, there's a link down in the description box below. If you want to get extra content, Monday through Friday, there's going to be a special show this morning, Tommy NC 2010, on JB's Cafe. He's on trial again. And if you're not familiar with what I'm saying about JB's Cafe, it's an exclusive show on Patreon that you can get $1 a month. You get everything. You get access to the entire catalog. There is no tiers. $1, you get everything. Snap of a finger. Bam. Done. And this morning, Tommy is on trial because he no-showed for the second time in 1 week and is facing suspension from JB's Cafe. How long will the suspension be? How will Tommy defend himself in the court of the cafe? The cafe court. Court cafe, whatever you want to call it. JB's court. Judge Bailey. What is going to be the verdict? You're going to find out this morning on JB's Cafe, and you can listen to that at patreon.com/JBRadio. And also, what made me think of that was I'm bringing up the Friends because me and Keish are recording our show currently where we live react to episodes of Friends. It's called The One with JB and Keish because all the episodes of Friends are referenced in the one where this happens or that happens or the one with this person. That's all their episodes are named. So the new show, that one or the one with JB and Keish is going to be coming out. We are recording it right now. I think we've recorded 5 episodes, so be ready. We're going to be dropping this shit like Netflix, man. It's going to be great. I'm really looking forward to it, so keep an eye out for that. Now, as far as these other 2 shitbag shows, my wife is in love with Grey's Anatomy. She's in love with Gilmore Girls. I mean, Gilmore Girls is the worst. I can't stand that show. I cannot stand hearing the intro to that show. Oh, it just makes me just want to punch myself in the face for even doing that. It is the worst. Grey's Anatomy, pretty bad too. I do not like doctor shows. I don't like House, don't like Grey's Anatomy, didn't like Scrubs. I don't like any of that stuff. That is not my cup of tea. Doctor shows. I just can't stand them. So as far as this here goes, I am definitely picking Friends with flying colors. If I'm on an island all by myself, just getting to watch Friends, that's a vacation to me. Even if I'm stranded, fuck it. I got friends, you know? I'll be okay. If I'm like stranded on an island with like pizza and friends, I am okay to live my life out. I don't even care. That's fine. They got 9 seasons. I can stretch that shit out. Hang by the beach, eat some infinite pizza with friends all day, every day. Okay. I am perfectly fine with that. That's a vacation. Don't use the word stranded. How dare you? Go on The Price is Right. You win that as a prize. I'm jumping up and down. I'm fine with that. So there you go. I still couldn't believe that The Office won 39%. Pretty crazy. Pretty crazy, people. All right, we got about 15 minutes left in the show, and I really want to dedicate the last 15 minutes to the hockey playoffs. Now, I want to go back here a little bit in the chat because somebody made some hockey predictions. Kevin Carter did. He said Lightning, Islanders, Jets, Preds, and Golden Knights all to win their respective game ones. So, all right, hot take there. I think it's pretty close, really. Pretty close. You know what? Let's get into it. Let's start with the Predators and the Stars. So this game is actually in Nashville. I'm going to pull these up on my phone so that I can see the matchups and everything. Pretty exciting. I mean, I'm stoked because I will get to watch the majority of these tonight. That's the beauty of having the NHL TV app. With the premium subscription, I get to see everything, including my Golden Knights. Now, I do know most of these games will be on NBCSN and USA, but I think only one game, I can't remember which one it is on NHL TV or NHL Network. Let's start off with the Preds and the Stars over in Walmart. This is in Nashville, okay? I don't know what the betting line for this is. I have no idea. But I do know that, Seguin, I think that's how you pronounce his name. He fucked me this season a little bit. But I won the hockey title in the JB Sports Radio Fantasy Championship League. So I won it this year, so no complaint. I'm not going to bash Seguin, or however you say his name. But as far as tonight goes, I actually think I have the Predators. I really wish I remember what I said yesterday. I really wish I would remember because I'm pretty sure I had the Predators winning in 5 games, which may have been the wrong prediction because the Stars are better than that, than what I've given them credit for, or the one I'm not giving them credit for that matter. As far as tonight goes, I'm pretty sure I think it's safe to say that the Predators win. You know what? Let's have a little fun with this. Let's take a look at some of the betting lines. I think that really enhances everything. Let's take a look at a couple of the lines. Oh, by the way, MLB record right now, it's getting better. Wait a minute. Did I inflate my own fucking score from last night? That's not right. Yeah, 86 and 79. Winning more than you're losing. That means you're winning. Let's head over to NHL. So some of the lines for tonight, okay, for the Predators and the Stars. So Nashville is favored minus 165 and minus a goal and a half. Okay. I don't hate that. That's not a bad line, really. Being in Nashville really helps. Really helps big time. And you know what? I may not be giving Dallas enough credit. I mean, they're 43-32-7. But Nashville's 47-29-6. It really is a big difference. But I'm going to say tonight, safe to say that Nashville wins the Game 1 tonight. So I'm going with the Predators here in Game 1. Let's move over to the Jackets and the the Blues and the Jets. Winnipeg. Winnipeg. I hope somebody doesn't deactivate their Twitter account again. I'd hate to see that. It's all in good fun, all right? I'm not throwing shade. I'm just saying that did happen. So we got the Blues and the Jets here tonight. So as of this particular moment, it's actually pretty even. Pretty even tonight. But I'm going to surprise a lot of people, which I made my predictions yesterday that I do see the Blues actually making the Western Conference Finals, losing to Calgary in like 5 or 6 games because I think the Blues are going to have trouble putting teams away, and it's going to take 2 7-game series, one against the Jets and one against the Preds. However, tonight, I do think that the Blues steal Game 1 against the Jets. Very close. They're minus 102. Winnipeg is minus 118. The line is a goal and a half. Go figure. Let's not get too crazy. Every game, what's it going to be, a goal and a half on every line? I got to tell you, I would take both the money line for the Blues and plus 1.5 goals. I'm telling you, I think that the Blues win tonight. Steal Game 1, probably drop Game 2, and then I'll get into the predictions later down the road. I don't want to deprive you all of content down the road. So far, I've got the Predators winning and the Blues stealing Game 1 against Winnipeg in Winnipeg. What are we up against now? Oh, yes, probably one of the most, I would say, people anxious to hear me talk about, and that is the Isles and the Penguins. Hello! So tonight we have the line at minus 112 for the Islanders, but the Penguins also minus 108, and go figure, goal and a half spread on both. So Pittsburgh plus 1.5. And that, my friends, is going to be my lock of the day. Oh, yes. Lock of the day, Penguins plus 1.5. Mark it down. All right? I'll even put it in the chat. Okay? I'll put it right now. Pens plus, I type like a fucking 1-year-old. There you go. Pens plus 1.5. That is my official lock of the day, people. All right? Penguins plus 1.5. And yes, I am predicting, obviously, the Penguins to win this game against the Islanders. I don't hate the Islanders, okay? I know a lot of people who are Islanders fans, friends of mine. All right? I want to see the Islanders win, but I do not see them beating that disgusting line with Phil Kessel and Sidney Crosby. I just don't see it happening. I'm sorry. Don't see that happening. So right now, I'm telling you, you can take the money line too. You may not win as much. You can take the money line But I'm telling you right now, take the Pens plus 1.5 tonight. So Penguins over the Islanders. We are cruise missiling through these right now. Let's move on. Up next, we got the Bolts and the Blue Jackets. This series will be a sweep. That's right. A lot of people yesterday called me crazy for saying that. The Bolts will sweep the Columbus Blue Jackets. So the line tonight, minus 230. The Tampa Bay Lightning. The line, of course, 1.5 goals. I'm telling you, right now would be a perfect time to buy in. If every fucking line is going to be 1.5 goals plus or minus, whatever, just take them. Take them now. Buy in when it's low. Just go for it. Personally, the Bolts are winning this by more than 2 goals. So it's a steal. It's not my lock of the day. I'm just telling you right now, the Bolts are winning tonight. I don't even think it's close. I haven't done this for the other games, but for some reason it sounds fun to do this. I'm saying that the Bolts win tonight 5-2 over the Blue Jackets. You heard that correct. 5-2 in game one. The Jackets and the Bolts. If there's anybody that would love to refute what I'm saying, please hit me up on Skype at HitmanFart. In the chat, Kevin Carter says, Islanders, I feel they will get this tonight, but it will go all the way to Game 7. All right, so he's got a 7-game series out of the Islanders and the Penguins. I'm taking the Penguins safely tonight. My lock of the day, Penguins plus 1.5. That is not changing. But as far as the Bolts and Jackets go, take the money line. Take the minus 1.5. I'm telling you, the Bolts are not losing tonight. Or are they losing any game in this series against the Blue Jackets? I would love to see the Blue Jackets rally. I mean, I get them here locally on my TV. They're very close. I would love to see them beat the Bolts because I don't like them. Unfortunately, they are playing out of their minds this season. I mean, look at that record. 62-16-4. 62 wins. It's unbelievable. And by the way, if you caught the show yesterday, you kind of found out that the Bolts are, surprise, surprise, my pick to win the Stanley Cup this year. So, again, that money line, minus 230, minus 1.5. Take both of them. I'm telling you, I'm going to get you guys some money. I mean, I'm on a heater right now. I really am. I started off slow with the MLB, but I'm on fire right now. I mean, on fire. Yesterday, I went 7-7 in the MLB, okay? Even 500. I'll take what I can get. But the day before that, I was rock hard. I was 13-2 on the day in MLB picks. I'm on fire right now. You got to listen to me, people. Just listen to me. Take the tips and buy in. If you're not a big gambler, I don't want to tell you to start gambling because it's just the worst, best thing in the world. But start gambling. I'll get you some money. And lastly, but not leastly, the Golden Knights and the Sharks. So VGK obviously took a step back this season as far as how dominant they are. Regardless, they're still in the mix. If my team's in the mix, I don't give a shit. We almost won the Stanley Cup last year. We took a little step back, but I have no doubt in my mind that we can still win a series. I think if we do win this series and we end up playing Calgary, that's going to be a real issue. And I don't know that we can get past Calgary. But I've seen the Vegas Golden Knights do crazier things. All right? Last year with William Karlsson, Jonathan Marchessault, James Neal, Marc-Andre Fleury. I mean, he is in his prime right now. The list goes on and on of guys that I could, Cody Eakins, all these guys that played for VGK last year. I mean, we're down to James Neal, whatever. Took a little step back. But as far as tonight goes, here is the line for the Vegas Sharks game. Oh, I love this. I absolutely love this. I'm telling you right now, I am taking VGK. So San Jose is favored minus 40. 1.5 goals is the line. I am taking VGK plus 120 plus 1.5. I have no doubt in my mind. We took the Sharks down last year. We were better last year than we are this year. But I have no doubt in my mind. No doubt that we could take the Sharks down again. I know you got Brent Burns, you got Joe Pavelski, you've got these guys on the Sharks who are dead ringers. I understand that. But listen, Brent Burns gave us trouble last year. We still beat him in 6 games. It is what it is. I have no doubt in my mind that we can beat him again this year. but it's going to take 7 games. I think it's going to take 7 games. 6 or 7. I may have said 6 games yesterday. It's going to take at least 6. So how about that? Let's do a little spin zone on that. At least 6 games to beat. The massive plus for the Knights is Fleury back in the goal. Well, yeah, I mean, you know, Marc-Andre Fleury last season, I kept calling him the Terminator because that's exactly what he was. Who's the black guy that fills in for us sometimes? His brother plays on the Predators. I don't know why I'm drawing a blank on his name right now. Somebody in the chat, please help me out. I usually have the names down for the most part, but I can't remember the name. He's done a damn fine job as far as filling in the goal. I mean, I know the Knights have taken a step back, but listen, we're in the playoffs, and that's all that matters. But yes, Marc-Andre Fleury being in between the pipes really definitely helps us tonight. And I think that the Vegas Golden Knights really make a stand tonight, and they go into San Jose and they win. I think it's going to be something along the lines of about 4 to, we'll say 5-3 Golden Knights. It'll be a high-scoring affair. I have no doubt in my mind about that. 5-3 in favor of Vegas. On the road, it'll be a big win. Again, that line is plus 120 for Vegas, plus 1.5 goals. So every game tonight, every game the line is at a 1.5 goals. Those lines will absolutely flip. I can't say absolutely. It's hockey. It's weird. I haven't bet hockey that long. But lines will change dramatically in the next 6 to 8 hours. When people start going into Vegas here in the early, well, you know, in Vegas right now, it's like what? 4 o'clock in the morning? Something like that? When you go and place your bets, do it as quick as you possibly can. If all these lines are at a minus and plus 1.5 goals, buy in now, people. It will be so worth it, all right? Just, you got to trust me on that. Just do it. And so let's run through real quick here. Let me go back through once again. So as far as the Predators and the Stars go, I have the Predators over the Stars. That game is in Nashville. For some reason, the Predators logo is on the away side. I have the Predators winning, no doubt, against the Stars, who is good. I shouldn't say no doubt because, again, I haven't been a hockey fan enough to be like, oh, it's absolutely going to happen. It could not, you know. I mean, it could definitely be an upset, and you know, the Predators could take the loss in Game 1 to the Stars. The Stars are very good. But as far as tonight goes, I have the Preds winning Game 1. I have the Blues over the Jets stealing Game 1 against the Jets. One of 2 steals tonight. I would say this next game is a steal as well. The Penguins winning in New York. I don't consider it a steal considering, you know, the Penguins are kind of in, I would say a low-end dynasty right now. They've been out of it for about, I guess, 2-3 years, but Jesus Christ, they're still in their dynasty status. The Penguins winning tonight, some people will call it an upset. I would not. The Bolts and the Blue Jackets, again, the Bolts are on the away side, but I have the Bolts winning tonight. What did I say I had them at? What did I say the score was going to be? Like 4-2, 4-1? I can't remember. Man, I really need a producer. Regardless, I have the Bolts winning. And VGK winning, upsetting San Jose in Game 1 in San Jose. So there you go. There's your hockey predictions, folks. That is it for today here on the JB Sports Radio Show. I'm really loving doing the show live for you guys, and thank you all who are leaving feedback. Thank you guys so much. That's all the time we have here this morning on the show. Please let me know what you thought about the show on Twitter at JB Sports Radio. You can get all of my MLB betting picks at the Oracle JB on Twitter. Go to jbsportsradio.com, and also let me know down in the comments section below what you thought about the show here today. Let me know about your hockey predictions, what you think about the Lakers organization crumbling, and I'll even accept those of you who want to talk shit about the Red Sox because it's very deserving at this point. And also, if you didn't put it in the chat here on the live broadcast this morning, if you're listening to the replay, whatever it may be, what show would you want to watch? If you had to watch one show on being stranded on an island, what would it be? Friends, Grey's Anatomy, Gilmore Girls, or The Office? If you say Gilmore Girls, I'm definitely going to send you a box of Tampax because that's very unorthodox. It's pretty much it, folks. I'll see you guys tomorrow for another live edition of the JB Sports Radio Show. Go sign up on Patreon, patreon.com/JB Radio. down in the description box below. $1 a month, and you get to hear JB's Cafe this morning with me and Tommy NC 2010. All right, guys, until tomorrow, take care.